Hey guys, today I wanted to take some time to talk about acceptance and my journey with it and some strategies that I've used that have really made a big difference for me in my life. The first part of acceptance I said I would really started to learn and benefit from was life acceptance. I was reading chapter 4 in the book by Albert Ellis. It's The Myth of Self-Esteem, and there's a line in there that says, there will always be hard times in life. And it was at Christmas. This is like the second or third time I read the book. And I remember reading the line, and it was like, I had this like aha moment, like the shift, like I was like, yeah, okay. Later I'd heard something else. It was actually, someone had posted it on Facebook, and it said, why would you get mad at life when life won't get mad back, right? So it's almost useless to get irritated or pissed off about things that happen in life. I'd say that was a big perspective shift for me, especially for my sensory motor OCD, because I started looking at automatic processes, like, the sun going up, sun going down, like how the sky changes colors at night, in the fall, the leaves change colors, just like stuff that happens on the earth that you can't really control, right? That will always happen, that will never change. Same with like automatic processes with like breathing, blinking, stuff like that. And when I looked at those processes, I was able to realize that the ones that I had that were already ingrained in my body had the ability to be able to self-repel, right? Obviously that wasn't enough to just completely get rid of it, because I still had it, but it made a difference. When I would have difficult times, I would remind myself there will always be hard times in life, and that it's good to be uncomfortable. That's how you would grow. So now, when I really started to see a big difference in how I behaved, like when it came to like getting angry or irritated about myself or other people, my behaviors, other people's behaviors, is when I really started to analyze myself and my emotions and self-acceptance. I would get mad at myself for not being good enough, or not being able to solve problems, or not being recovered, or treating others poorly at times when I was frustrated, or I would think I was stupid or dumb, or just all kinds of stuff. And when I was really able to look at that, I remember I was having a conversation with Rob one time, and I was like, man, I just feel like I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Like there's a lot of just really basic stuff that, I don't know. I can't spell worth nothing, grammar, punctuation. And he's like, okay, so you're a little thick. You're a little thick in the head. He's like, what's so bad about that? I was like, okay, got me. Really looking and analyzing all of those things, really made a big difference. I mean, it was crazy. Once I stopped getting frustrated and pissed off about insecurities, when other people would say sarcastic things to me or rude things to me, or I would get mad at them, it was usually because of a irrational belief that I had placed upon myself. And once that happened, it was like I didn't really get mad about a lot of stuff, and my insecurities mostly melted away. I forced myself to do things that I didn't like, that I was super uncomfortable with, like karaoke. I did karaoke a lot. That really helped me, because I realized, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like, people don't really notice that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And then analyzing my own behaviors and my own beliefs. So, first of all, like, people don't have to accept you. People don't have to like you. People don't have to think that you're in any way, shape, or form any kind of person that means anything to them. And and also people have the right to believe anything, right? So I would get frustrated at other people for not having similar beliefs, or being like, why did they, do that, feel that way, think that way? And when I really broke those down and analyzed those things, it made such a difference with how I behaved, and how I treated others. Now, one thing I really struggled with the most was acceptance of others. Like, I'm not going to get in detail or whatever, but I had some stuff last year where I really had to push through some personal beliefs because of the way I was being treated by other people. And I had to figure out how to get around it, and it was really tough. I mean, I had times where I was so angry. I literally felt like just, I don't even know. It was just not comfortable feelings, obviously, right? And I remember a post that I saw that Rob made one time, and it talked about looking at environment of people and like their genetics, their background, and so I really started to dive into that and analyzing other people and their behavior. And I would ask myself questions like, where were they raised? What kind of family did they have? What was their upbringing, right? Like, what are their genetics? What would make them think that way? What would cause them to handle themselves in that way, right? And then also looking at the fact that, everybody is fallible and capable of making mistakes. And when you look at how people are designed, we're literally meant to cause problems a little bit and make mistakes, and it's all through conditioning, like things that we've done our whole lives that have made us that way. But just because we do those things or other people do those things doesn't make them good or bad. It just makes them people, right? And it makes them fallible. It makes them normal based on our genetic code. And when I was able to do that, and really when I would see people in certain situations, try to put myself in their shoes and see their point of view and see their motivation, what got them from, A to B. And when I was able to do that, I was really able to see their perspective and not be mad or frustrated or irritated. And when I really dove into other people and really analyzed those things, I can't tell you what it did for myself. It was like, it just made it so I instantly, I'm able to not be mad or frustrated, person that I love very much is my mother, and she didn't have the best upbringing. She has a borderline personality disorder, and my father, OCD. I got OCD from my dad, BPD from my mother, and her family was not very nice to her growing up, and they treated her very, very poorly. And for a long time, I was really mad at her, and I didn't treat her the best, and it's not her fault, it's not. And when I was able to see, what her environment did, it made me to be able to forgive her. We all have this lens, I feel like, when it comes to the world, where everything is perspective, right? Like, I do door-to-door sales, and I tell my guys all the time, you knock on a door, and you see an irritated, frustrated person who's maybe having a bad day, who's going to tell you no. But when I knock on the door, I see opportunity. I see a sale. I see an invitation. I see opportunity. And I feel like that's life. That's people, and using, like REBT or scientific method to be able to break things down, and people in the world, we're able to accept them for the way that things are and really look at them as they're real, whether they may not be pleasant or not, or, hard or difficult to accept. We can see them for what they really are, and then we're able to accept them, and be able to even create opportunities and relationships. Like me, for example, with my mother, who I love very much, and she's one of my favorite people in the world now, So, anyways, this is me, my journey of acceptance, some things that have worked for me, and I hope you guys have a great day.